Hey, thanks a lot for viewing me today. I hope that if you're watching this, you're drawn to this for a reason and that this reading will resonate with you, or there's going to be at least a few messages in here for you. We are on the cusp of Virgo and Libra season right now. A few days ago, we had the new moon in Virgo. I'm going to start with an oracle card from Shadows and Light, and we'll see what we get, okay? For those of you who have stayed as a subscriber, I really appreciate your patience. Thank you so much. I've set an intention to get into a groove of doing more routine readings. And if you're new, welcome. All right, let's get started. All right, Spirit, what do we have here? This is not sign specific, but once we get into the tarot cards, or if I get an intuitive message about certain signs, I will bring it up. So we have the Violet Angel, Breaking Dawn, 23. So 2 and 3 is 5 in numerology, and 5 means that this reading is talking about some kind of change or changes going on. There's some kind of transformation. Looking at this card, she looks exhausted. There's something that's a catalyst for change here because she just is exhausted by something, or she might be tired of dealing with something over and over again. There could be something that's become draining, or it's just not fun anymore. So just take a look at that expression once again. So there is change in the air. Now, interesting, what I'm thinking of is with Libra season, I'm thinking of the scales. And with scales to be balanced, it needs to be even. With this, if you have 2 on one side, 3 on the other, with 23, one side is weighing more than the other. So there needs to be balance, okay? So let me read the excerpt from the book, and we'll see what we get. Also, this is my first time recording a video with the new phone that I have, and I noticed that it's switching on and off between an automatic lighting adjustment, but I do have my ring light on too, so hopefully it looks okay. Alright, let's see here. So the Violet Angel, and I'll just hold this up while I read this, okay? This beautiful angel appears when something new is on the horizon. She is the color of dawn, and she waits for you to become aware of these wonderful possibilities. When she appears, it is a sign that many wonderful coincidences, events, friendships, and changes you've been longing for are about to arrive at last. She wishes to arouse you so you'll be ready to take full advantage of all the new blessings that are coming soon. Wake up and ready yourself. There have been times recently when you felt you've lost your spark and that your physical body has been exhausted, almost as if you were born tired. It has been a long night of the soul, but now I'm here to let you know that not only has the worst passed, the best is on the horizon. It is faint and it is gathering energy, but it's on its way. Soon with this new dawn, your energy will begin to flow again, and you'll feel reconnected to your own internal power source once more. Your spirit will blossom and your intuition will hum. Please awaken earlier and be ready to begin our work on this new project by spending time outside in nature in the early morning. With fresh hope after a difficult time, something new breaks through and shows evidence of its approach, and with it, your new reality. You have good reason to feel optimistic, cheerful, and like something has changed on a permanent basis. You're on the verge of a new day, and it is in these delicate and fate beginnings that something strong and bright will come. Do not wish it to hurry up to the brightest part of the day. Enjoy this tender new birth of a time which you have long hoped for. Gratitude and awakenings, early rising, and trying new things are all on the agenda when this beautiful Violet Angel of spiritual new awakenings flies into your life. So we hit some of those keywords that I intuitively was drawn to. I've never had this card come up before, but get ready for some permanent changes. Sounds like a really positive shift. Sometimes when I see 555 just out and about, it could serve as like a warning sign of like challenges or struggles or delays or unrest. But I didn't feel that with this card. I feel like something's about to come into balance, okay? So with that being said, let's get started here. I have 3 tarot decks ready to use. We'll start with Tarot Illuminati. We'll see what comes up for you, okay? Alright, Spirit, what do we have here? What do we have for my viewer? We have the 5 of Wands, so we're getting all 5s right now. There's been some kind of a struggle. This could have involved other people. It could have been, it could have mainly stemmed from something even within yourself or within like an environment, but whether other people were involved or not, if they were, it might have been like ways to actually like trigger this shift. Whether you want to call that like karmic people or like mirroring energy, maybe people who have similar struggles like coming together and meeting, and you have that mirror effect. It could be something like that. I feel like there's something here. It's like this combination of having to go through a struggle alone, but also with other people having to go through their own like struggles too. And there's like relatability or like a mirroring here. We have the Moon. This runs deep, or this is something that maybe is not fully, this challenge or this struggle is not something that's fully evident. It's something that people don't try to show on the surface. We have strong Aries and strong Cancer, Pisces so far. I always thought Moon is Cancer, but some readers say Pisces. Okay, so we had the 8 of Pentacles come out but not flip, and then we have the 3 of Swords, and then I saw the 8 of Pentacles, so yeah, this struggle runs deep, the Moon and the 3 of Swords. That's deep pain, deep wounding, difficult, very difficult. If you're watching this and this matches some kind of like a betrayal energy or just being in a very contentious environment, it could be that, or this could just be something that's like a deep, it's been like this deep challenge to come to this like threshold where things are about to shift. With 8 of Pentacles, it could be related to work. It could be a new job coming in. This could be something that's changing in a work environment that's been very stressful or difficult. 8 of Pentacles could represent attention to detail or starting a craft or working on a craft. One more for this row. The Fool. So this could be a new job. Or this just could be, you know, the Oracle card was talking about some kind of a new beginning here, a new shift, a new change, but permanent. So we have the Star. Very, very nice energy. So it could mean, you know, for your situation, it might be a little bit more specific, but a few examples here could be leaving a very difficult work environment and getting a new job offer, and it is something that you've really wanted, or a type of job you wanted to do. With 8 of Pentacles, Fool, and Star, it's like coming out of this very rough energy and going into this new energy where like you're prospering, you're glowing. This is what you wanted, you're finally able to do that now. If it's not that, it's just some kind of like deep wounding that has been a struggle to kind of come out of fully, to kind of heal from. And you're like putting this energy with this 8 of Pentacles, Fool, Star, you're like taking that pain and turning it into like beauty, or you're taking those lessons and that period of coming out of this struggle, and you're finding hope in this new craft or this new skill that you're really just like giving your all to. So there's healing here. It's definitely, no matter what the details of your situation are, You're going from this like fighting, deep, rough energy, painful, and you're moving into this very hopeful and new and fresh, and like you're just naturally like you're in your element. That Eight of Pentacles Fool starts like you're in your element now. You're about to like be in your element and really like I feel like you're about to produce some amazing results. You're going to amaze yourself with what you're going to be able to do now with this situation, or after you've healed from this. Okay, let's move on to so there were a few heavy cards in the beginning there, so I'm going to go to Gilded Tarot, which I always use like a more like balanced deck. And then we're going to go to Light Seers, because for me, Light Seers is like a little bit more of like a water sign deck. It's a little more emotional. And I feel like seeing these few cards, I want to make sure that we have the balance in the middle, and then we see that the emotions balance out after. But we'll see, okay? We do have strong Aries, Five of Wands, Fool, that's both Aries. Some people say Fool's Aquarius, Star's Aquarius, so we have Aquarius here. Eight of Pentacles, that's early season Virgo, and then the Moon Cancer. Some people say Pisces. Okay. Now we have the Sun and the Three of Wands. So this, you find optimism now. Like with this incoming blessing here, the ship coming in, you find optimism, you find hope. This brings happiness. This is there could be something here where you kind of saw it coming, or you got some kind of, this shift started happening during Leo season, so like late July, like early mid-August. That's when it started coming, especially with the Three of Wands as a fire card with the Sun card of Leo. It's like this this very like positive shift started to come in a few weeks ago. Doesn't have to be. But that's the first message I got there. Let's see what else we got. So I heard me first. So let's see what that means, but I heard me first. There could be someone here who is like a little difficult to deal with, like very like pushy, or like they or it could be you shifting your energy where you're actually putting yourself first. We have the High Priestess, Pisces, King of Pentacles. Someone's like prioritizing their stability. So we have the Moon, the High Priestess. Someone definitely might have not been telling certain people about some kind of upcoming shift, or you could have felt this intuitively over the last several weeks, like something was coming in here, or something was about to begin. Ten of Cups, very nice. King of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, that's a lot of stability. That's stability with your emotional. Remember how I said I want to make sure that the emotions are going to like stabilize? This is King of Pentacles, Ten of Cups is very emotionally stable. Grounded, like emotionally grounded. You could feel stability with a home situation or living situation. You could feel like there's stability with like family, or like support from people you're close to, your partner, close friends. Seven of Wands. You've learned a lot through this. You've learned a lot. So we have Three of Wands, Seven of Wands, so together that's Ten of Wands. And then I'm thinking Four of Wands, which is another card of stability. So there was a conscious effort starting a few weeks ago to find a more stable environment, or like to find like more stability. Just it could just be in general. It could be emotionally. It's weird that I said emotionally, and then we got the King of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. So it definitely could be like finding emotional stability. Again, if you're healing from some kind of a deep wound, that could be the underlying, resultant shift here. There's a lot of there's a lot of yellow coming up here, but there's this hint of like orange and red here, and then there's like the rainbow in the Ten of Cups. So there's a lot of yellow. There's you know how the oracle card said like you're gonna feel like your energy's back again? I feel that too. Like you're gonna be like getting this boost of energy because you're gonna feel like you're finally free from something. That card is breaking dawn, so you know it's like a new dawn. It's like a new chapter here. And it's just beginning. I'm thinking of that sunrise, like it's just beginning. All right, let's try the light seers and see what they say. So far for water signs, we have Cancer and Pisces. All right, Spirit, what else do we have here for my viewer? I was getting a lot of intuitive messages today too, and I was like, I really should write them down for the next reading. It just started to seem like overwhelming and scattered, and the repeating numbers I saw the last couple hours leading up to this reading, it was really like I felt so channeled and tapped in. But I will write down some intuitive messages for the next reading, okay? So we have Justice and Emperor here. So I did say the Justice was coming in. You know, we are entering Libra season. Emperor also is very like stable, confident, personal power. Someone's really they're entering this phase of their life where they're like peaking. It's like you're starting this peak right now because you're really harnessing your personal power to find balance. You achieve that Justice card. And this one specifically, they are level. There's other cards for the Justice card in other decks I have where one is weighed down lower than the other and it's not balanced. But this one's perfectly balanced. And that's what I kept saying is you're going from this 5 energy and balancing out the scales. And there is a lot of fire energy here, so for some of you, there could be something that it caused a lot of anger. It's like very upsetting or caused a lot of anger, or it's like trauma that caused some kind of deep wounding, or it's just this like very hostile environment. Anything that, you know, for your story, anything like that, with that kind of energy, that's what's the catalyst for all of this change here. There's balance coming out of that. Some of you might want to go look at the Milky Way, like go stargazing and look at the Milky Way, or there could be something here about like the constellations, or could be something that flows, like air or water or wind, or I see this like stream, like a wispy stream. It's the 8 of Pentacles again. So there definitely could be something here with work. There's a balance coming in possibly with your career. It could be in a workplace. It could be shifting to a more stable workplace, a stable job, a stable position. Or again, it could just be some kind of craft, or like, it's like you're in your element. Whatever it is, if it's a job, or if you're doing something for yourself, or doing a craft, or whatever you start pouring this energy into, it's like you rock at it. You're in your element. And I said that already, and it just keeps coming up. Like, you're in your element doing this. And it's crazy, hold on, because there's this stream here that was making me think of that the Milky Way, or the stream. And then look how many are in this card with the 8 of Pentacles. It's reminding me of those like static electricity balls, and you touch them, it's like it has the static everywhere, but like once you like tap into it and like you just naturally just like all this energy just like flows to you. And we said that already too, where you just get this like burst of energy. This makes you feel alive. This makes you want to like wake up in the morning and like get going. You don't dread like waking up and doing this, or If you were having just, a rough time with mornings, then it's showing here that that's going to change. You have the Ten of Wands, and I said here with the Three of Wands and Seven of Wands, that's the Ten of Wands, but you also get that Four of Wands, which is stability. So you might be just letting go of whatever this is here, that you saw something coming and kind of had to protect yourself, and you're finally able to walk away from it. For some of you, you might be moving or going somewhere. This is a card for me of like packing your bags and going somewhere. It's not going to be that for everyone. We do have the Three of Wands lighting the way for her there on her path. So, you see that? Everything's starting to make sense. You're going to look back on the last several weeks and realize like something that started several weeks ago, it finally like makes sense. Like you're looking back on your path since then over the last several weeks and you're like, okay, well that was like spirit lighting the way for me down this path. You're being guided. We got the Hermit reversed. Virgo. Also, it's the end of Virgo season, so it's interesting it came up reversed. But you no longer have to feel isolated. You no longer have to feel like you can't like show something about yourself to people, or you can't talk about things here. That doesn't have to be the case anymore. You could be putting yourself out there. You could have, during a period of, deep introspection or like some deep wounding or whatever this was here, this just hostile environment, whatever your story was here, you really gained a lot of wisdom from it. But you don't have to like, there's no longer a feeling of like isolation, like you're not alone in this, or you don't have to feel like stuck in an environment where you can't feel support, because with the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, that's like a lot of like stability because you have support of like people around you too. You have the Ace of Cups. This brings back a lot of like emotional like hope and like happiness too. For some of you, Ace of Cups, it could be you're meeting a person who just really means a lot to you, whatever that could mean. It could be romantic. These cards aren't honestly really romantic. It's more so, again, like feeling stable and feeling supported, and this like energized, like just rocking at something that you start doing here, this shift, and you start glowing, and like it could just be all of that, like you just feel gratitude with the Ace of Cups. I'm going to see what's underneath it, okay? You have Death, Rebirth. You appreciate this change. You appreciate going through this. That's the card of transformation and change, and that's the card of Scorpio too. So you could really appreciate a Scorpio, or again, you just appreciate this change. This whole reading has been, you're at some like precipice right now of like entering this new chapter. Things are about to change for you, so you appreciate it. You're able to let go of something that was painful or that caused you a lot of mental strife. Ten of Swords. Five of Cups. It's all connecting here. There could have been, a lot of confusion about how to get out of something. So I could keep going and going, but I think we have a solid message here. So again, I hope there was a message in here that you got something from. If anything resonated, please let me know in the comments. And I appreciate you watching this very much. I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.